Guess what? Expeditions, a Mudrunner game, just dropped a huge breaking ground update and released it on all platforms. We have 2 new vehicles, a new specialist, Amethyst collecting, and a whole brand stinking new map to explore and new missions. And if that wasn't exciting enough, we now have access to the roadmap for the upcoming year's new content for Expeditions. And let me just give you a little hint. It involves underground caves. Let's take a look. Let's begin with the new vehicles. The SIRO 72 is a scout vehicle that looks a lot like the Kotko, but if you want to unlock it, it looks like you'll have to recover it on the new map first. But the second vehicle, the Hornet, is unlocked and can be bought if you have 32 grand. This reminds me of the electric Hummer from Call of Duty DMZ. It's a scout vehicle with a cute little pickup bed that holds a crap ton of stuff with the right add-ons. The color combos for the Hornet are right up my alley, with lots of vibrant choices, and many of the upgrades were already unlocked and ready to purchase. I added a large emergency reserve, rear-mounted rack, and reinforced bumper, which each hold extra fuel and spare parts. The roof rack can hold 3 more items, and there's a reinforced bumper for the front with storage. It doesn't look pretty, but it'll get the job done. I then upgraded the engine, tossed on a rock crawler kit, 35-inch OS3 off-road tires, extended winch, and a pair of very subtle snorkels. To be honest, I'm a die-hard international fan and used the Scout 800 for every expedition that I could, and I wasn't a fan of this new cute pickup hybrid, but it performed way better than I expected. It seemed much less bouncy than the Scout 800, even with the rock crawler kit, and it maneuvered like a dream. And I didn't feel that the bed and the hitch were in the way in tight spaces like when I'm driving the Lodestar. So there are beefier scouts like the Yar and the Pug that can hold more inventory, but the maneuverability and fuel efficiency of the Hornet is truly impressive. But I still like the Scout 800. The second part of this update is the new mechanic specialist, Marcus Kingsley, who also happens to be a hottie rebel and ex-corporate engineer who can bring your sad little winch to life when the engine is off. He also magically reduces the spare parts you need for bridges and avalanches by 40%, but he won't join your team until you complete a mission and buy him dinner first. Third, we have a brand spanking new map called Kanab Creek, which takes you back to the deserts of the southwestern US, but the rapids, the creeks, and the waterfalls are quite brilliant, and also are apparently mineral rich, as there are now amethyst deposits. As a lover of the color purple, I was in awe of these sparkly grape gems, and the game told me to use my winch to get a sampling, but I couldn't figure it out, and I need some more time tinkering with this new material. The map itself seems relatively medium in size. It's larger than Little Colorado, but smaller than the Arizona map. There are currently 9 expeditions, 7 contracts, 6 tasks, and 12 upgrades on the new Kanab Creek map. And you can free roam after completing the first mission. What I find particularly alluring about the new map is the curious and slightly ominous undertone. The developers share that an earthquake has decimated the area, and as you examine the dangerously volatile earth, you will eventually discover clues to an unknown civilization, which I think I found while exploring. This has post-apocalyptic vibes with an almost eerie soundtrack accompaniment, and I love it. I do believe that inside this door lies the first of many caves to explore, but more on that later. Just make sure to bring a lot of spare parts as you explore Kanab Creek, as there are a plethora of avalanches to clear and bridges to build. A final new addition that might be of interest is that while scanning, you can still skip this mechanic, but if you complete the scan, you get paid in cold hard cash, so it might be worth the hassle now. Now, let's move on to the roadmap for the next year of expeditions. Multiplayer. Yes, it's coming, and in fact, I heard that the development branch of the game will start testing it in a few weeks. So with it sandwiched between now and August, I can speculate that co-op is likely to release fully mid-summer. This will be a free update for everyone, along with another free update this fall featuring a replayability system. But for those who purchase the Year 1 pass of Expeditions, you'll be treated to the first exclusive season updates in August, November, and then the first 2 quarters of 2025. Now, something else the team alluded to at the bottom of the Year 1 roadmap is that they're trying to explore new ways to provide us with unique gameplay. And they talk specifically about caves. And it says you can get a first glimpse with this new Breaking Ground update. So this makes me think that we are definitely going to be seeing more caves in the future of Expeditions, a Mudrunner game. And that, I think, is fantastic and certainly unique. Expeditions, a Mudrunner game got off to a bit of a rocky start with the absence of multiplayer at launch and criticism that it was too similar to SnowRunner to be sold as a separate game, yet dissimilar enough that people were complaining about the exploration, preparation, gadgets, and infusion of science that was intended to steer Expeditions onto a new path for Mudrunner games. As a lover of scouting and a dorky gadget connoisseur, I'm really enjoying Expeditions, and I'm beyond excited for the mysterious ambiance that the new map offers, as well as multiplayer and season updates in the near future. And there you have it, all of the details on the Breaking Ground update, as well as some of the things that are coming up in the next year for Expeditions, a Mudrunner game. If you like Expeditions and other sim and survival games, please consider subscribing, and I will see all y'all in Expeditions. Actually, not yet because co-op isn't here yet, but it's coming. Don't worry. Bye for now.